don't step up and show out in the Senate, man, we getting set back, man. We going back to Jim Crow laws, man. If we don't be able to stop all these states from doing what they're doing with this voter suppression stuff. You know, you got in the state of Texas, they want to prevent handicapped people from pulling up, dropping their ballots off and voting, but in that same breath, you could drive up and get a daiquiri and drive the hell off.
Isn't that
what
crazy?
sense does that make?
Isn't that crazy, man?
Super crazy, man.
Hey, man, I'm gonna have my folks. Hey, how you doing, Miss Pamela Boyd, man? Miss Pamela Boyd had a birthday. I want to say what's up to my girl, Miss Pamela Boyd. Happy belated birthday. And Danielle, what's up, man? Daniels, Pam, hey, DJ. Hey, man, you know what? I got some good people to look at us, watch us every day. Hey, man, you know, hey, folks, I got to tell you something. I misplaced my freaking glasses, right? So I can't really see nothing. I mean, I hopefully had a good birthday, Miss Boyd. And then I got some reading glasses. If I look at those reading glasses, I would think I'm like feel like a Chinese cat. You know what I'm saying? I guess is that being what do you call it, a racist statement I just made? But my glasses, I left my glasses, man. I can't see. I cannot see. I'm feeling around, can't see. Hey, you know what I'm gonna post today? I'm gonna post some on my Facebook page. Something happened the other day at a boxing match in St. Louis. I'm gonna post this on my page shortly. When I post this on my page, I want y'all to go and have a conversation about it. I mean, what happened at a boxing match in St. Louis? I mean, it's inexcusable. I mean, it's, oh my God! Wait till y'all see that. All right. So in the meantime, let me go and bring my boy Ryan in because I know you got something for me. What's up, Ryan? How you doing, man?
What's up, Demetrious?
I'm good, Ryan. You don't normally call me Demetrious. Yes, you did. What's going on, Ryan?
Well, DJ, I thought, Demetrious, just because I'm really excited. Shocking news for you. I'm actually in Detroit right now.
Wow. That is shocking news. What in the heck are you doing in Detroit?
So, this is my weekend of, we're going to 4 baseball stadiums. So, last night we went to a White Sox game. Tomorrow I'm going to a Detroit Tigers game. Thursday, I'm going to a Cleveland Indians game, and on Friday, Saturday, I'm going to Cincinnati Reds and Cardinals game in Cincinnati.
Are you serious?
I'm serious, man. I'm up here.
Hey, see, that's the life to live. You know, oh yeah, hey, Bianchi, I did get a new suit, but that's another story for another day. But, hey, man, are you serious? You just on a tour, a stadium tour?
Yeah, my dad and I are up here. We like we like baseball. We want to go to all the stadiums. So, and I thought it was just really cool. I'm actually going to be in Detroit during the radio show. So,
oh wow,
there's nothing
awesome.
better than this, man.
So maybe you can tell some people where you are so they come and holler at you, boss. Maybe they come and holler at you.
I love the city, man. I'm in downtown right now, and I've just been seeing so much graffiti walls and stuff about welcome to Detroit. It's just so cool how, like, in St. Louis, we have the Blues and the Cardinals stadiums right next to each other, but, like, in Detroit, you have Ford Field and Limestone right next to Comerica Park, so I went walking around taking pictures of those today, and it's just a really cool downtown place.
I know that's right. So what you got, man? What we got today, boss?
Oh, yeah, since I'm in Detroit, I want to talk about college sports and precisely the University of Michigan. Have you ever wanted to wear your favorite college player's jersey? Well, now you can. University of Michigan fans will now be able to wear a jersey sporting the name of their favorite athlete thanks to new laws surrounding college sports. According to Click on Detroit, the NCAA Board of Directors approved one of the biggest changes in the history of college athletics Wednesday, clearing the way for nearly 500,000 athletes to start earning money based on their fame and celebrity without fear of endangering their eligibility or putting their school in jeopardy of violating amateurism rules that have stood for decades. This is an important day for college athletes since they are now able to take advantage of name, image, and likeness opportunities. NCAA President Mark Emmert said. The move effectively suspends NCAA restrictions on payments to athletes for things such as sponsorship deals, online endorsements, and personal appearances. It applies to all three divisions or some 460,000 athletes. NCAA will also allow athletes to enter into agreements with agents through all athletes, though all athletes are expected to keep their school informed of any and all NIL arrangements. The NCAA said schools are responsible for determining whether those activities are consistent with state law. We could put a number on the back of a jersey, but we couldn't put the players' names on the back of the jersey, said Michigan President Scott Hurst. Fans for years have been asking the player, and what about their name and numbers? Hurst says the new deal is one for the history books. Following a ruling from the U.S. Supreme Court and the passing of name, image, and likeness laws, college athletes obviously can now profit off an image for the first time in history. The rules are changing by the minute, but certainly it's a good thing. For anybody to be able to make money off their name, image, or likeness, and now these student athletes are able to do that, Hurst said. The new laws and regulations truly open the door for significant change in the future for college athletes. We expect to hear more about those changes in the coming months, and this is all according to Click on Detroit. And, yeah, I just think it's really cool that now college students are going to be able to sell their jerseys to fans, and they'll be able to make endorsements with companies, and they'll be able to get sponsorships, and they can even, if they want to do commercials, they can even make money off of that too. So it's been a long time coming, but now it's just really cool that all these college students are now going to be able to do that.
And before I continue to go, let me say this. My girl Pam Boyd said my sound on my Facebook page is still horrible. I can't hear it. So, Ms. Boyd, let me know if that sound is still bad, because I'm trying to make some adjustment. I got a new system going on over here, so I'm trying to make it the adjustment. Let me know how it sounds, and if it still sound bad, just let me know that. First of all, when you talk about these kids getting paid, it's long overdue, because these colleges made millions of dollars or billions of dollars off these guys. When you're paying Nick Saban $10 million and paying a kid nothing, that's ridiculous. You know, Nick Saban ain't gonna be Nick Saban without those players. Those players should have been getting some a long time ago, and now they are. The key to it now, this is what I think everybody should be aware of. Everybody that playing in the college, they're not going to get paid. You know, it's just like the NFL, like basketball, NBA, Major League Baseball. Star players going to be the one benefiting. Role players, some may get a little something, but not much. So don't think because they're going to be giving everybody, allowing these kids to make money off their likeness, is that you're going to overnight make money. However, when you talk about your boy, the rapper, what's his name out of New Orleans? Solo. What's that? What's the
Oh, man,
Coco?
man, right on
What is the
tip of my
rapper name
tongue.
out of New Orleans? Master P. Master P.
Yeah.
Son, as soon as the NCAA approved that law, Master P's son got a $2 million contract with some digital company. Thanks, Coco. With some digital company. So there are going to be some funds and people who's going to benefit from it. Playing in, I guarantee you, the kids playing for Deion Sanders at Jackson State is going to benefit, because Jackson State University has benefited from Deion Sanders hundreds of millions of dollars already. Okay, so they're going to benefit big time. And now Deion, that's a selling tool for a lot of these schools. Now, if I'm a superstar athlete, y'all, why would I go to Oklahoma, Nebraska, Kansas, somewhere else, and I'm living in Missouri? If I'm a household name here in Missouri, I'm going to stay here in Missouri, guess what, and get paid. Because if I go to Alabama, I'm just going to be a list of guys, good guys. You feel me? I'm just going to be in that list. So, no, I ain't going there. I'm taking my butt to Missouri. If I'm in Missouri, if I'm in Detroit, I'm going to Michigan or Michigan State. I'm staying local if I'm a star player. If I'm a big-time star player in Missouri, I'm staying in Missouri or Kansas or New York or wherever they come out of. That's what I'm going to do. And I'm reading this post here, man, Pianki. Star players should share with the team. That's Bianchi. Now you're being ridiculous. What could running backs do without defense? Hey, Bianchi, that ain't the reality. The reality of it is star players going to get paid, and if they want to give their teammates something, they'll give them something. It ain't no different from Peyton Manning when he signed that hundreds of millions of dollar contract and then got all them endorsements. You didn't see Peyton Manning giving his team. I mean, yes, you did. You saw Peyton Manning when the team does something well, they win a lot of games. He may go out and buy all the team a Rolex watch or something like that. However, that ain't happening. So Mick, you say you can't hear me? Everybody else said they can hear my sound. I don't know. Hey, Bianchi, can you hear my sound? Let me know if you can hear my sound or not, guys. Because my man Mick Robbins, and he can't hear it, but everybody else said they can hear it. I don't know. I'm just telling you, man. I just say this. Thanks, Bianchi. Bianchi, you hear me? I don't know, Mick. I don't know. You need to check your mic. But I'm saying this. The young athletes getting paid, that's big. Because think about some of these kids coming out of these environments, man, these impoverished areas, and the only way they can get a few dollars in their pocket is playing sports. Now, that don't guarantee they're going to go to the NBA or the NFL, you know what I'm saying, or Major League Baseball. However, what it does, it guarantees you this. It guarantees you that you can get a chance to make some money. Now, if you're a hustler like they hustle everything else, go around to these little convenience stores, little small places that ain't big name, and get $1,000 here, $1,000 there. Think about it. You go to five small places, Solo, and ask them to give you $1,000 to come and do an appearance or come and sign autographs or do something. 5 of them, you got $5,000 in your pocket. You go to 10 places, you get 10. I'm not talking about those mega places. I'm talking about the small places that would accept you. What do you think about that, Lo?
Yeah, I think it's very important, like you said earlier in your conversation, in regards to star players staying at home. It's going to create a network system for that guy, like you said, because everybody's not going to go to the league. You're going to have some guys that are good players and they get endorsements and still not be able to go to the league. Mm-hmm. But at the whole time of them staying in their home state, they creating a network system so when they do graduate, they got multiple job opportunities within that state where they have built relationships through playing sports. I think it's a great idea, long overdue, man. Long overdue.
It really is long overdue, Ryan, because that should have taken place a long time ago, man. Because these kids, Ryan, I mean, they go out there, they give their bodies up, sacrifice bodies for a university. A lot of them don't give a damn about the kids when it's over. You know what I'm saying? I mean, if you ain't feeding that guy's family, he act like he really don't care about you. So now it's an opportunity to go and do your thing and get this guy and get it paid for. You know what I'm saying? So your effort now can be paid for. I just hope these guys use it smartly, you know, and do not use it smartly. I mean, because you're just going to only have one chance to get this opportunity, man. And I hope they can take advantage of this one chance, getting that opportunity. Because I'm gonna tell you something. You say you can barely hear. Out of the right speaker, is it my speaker or your speaker? I can hear barely out right speaker. I don't know if my speaker is your speaker, Mike. I mean, Mick. I don't know. But hey, Ryan, what's your thought on that, Ryan?
Yeah, no, I think you guys been saying it's way overdue. I think it's cool that now fans will be able to represent their favorite player with their last name on it. For instance, I go to Mizzou, so like a guy like Connor Vasilak, who's a quarterback, I think it's just really cool for him knowing that he's going to be able to go out there and play with people wearing his last name on their jersey. I think that's something that's going to really help out the organization, and I think it's going to get more fans in the seats with them being able to buy their favorite player's last name jerseys.
But time out. These players, they always wore these guys' names on their jerseys, and they didn't get paid for it. That's the difference. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Now,
yeah,
it's cool to have that, but it just it's important that everybody understand that they always wore these guys' jerseys. The guys never got paid for getting their jerseys worn. You walking around, you see a number 45, and that's your number. You got your name on the back of it. They making money at the bookstore, and making money at the every
Right.
store but you. That's ridiculous. So it's good to know that
Yeah.
now people get paid for that. And I wish I was in college now. I've been getting loaded with that money, dude. I wasn't a good player, but I got paid. I had to pretend like I was
Hey,
a good
Demetrious,
player.
I'd buy your jersey.
What you say, Ryan?
I said I'd buy your jersey.
Good. That's what I'm gonna do. Hey, Ryan. Once again, you always come with some profound information and statements. Thank you so much, man. Look forward to having my man Ryan, my man, bringing the heat once again. Look forward to having you on next week, big man.
All right, man. Thanks. I'm gonna go enjoy Detroit.
Hey, man, when you look up Mellow Mike while you're there, you know what I'm saying? Look up my man
Okay.
Mellow Mike. He'll take care of you. All right, my man Ryan, enjoy the Motor City. Enjoy yourself and be safe. The big fella, Solo, coming back. I'm going to throw something out there. I want y'all to go, I'm going to put some on my Facebook page. I want y'all to look at what happened over the weekend at a boxing match. Y'all tell me what you think. Holla at your boy, 313-778-7600. Coming back, we'll take calls right back.
I'm looking at history in terms of what has changed.
Let me ask you a question, man. How many laws have truly benefited us? That we got the maximum opportunity to benefit black folks.
We are 910 AM Superstation.
Every home needs a computer in this new age of technology. Get a computer for only $200. Can't beat that price. Call All About Technology now at 313-218-4888. That's 313-218-4888. We're all about technology.
910, the Superstation. The oldest radio station in town since 1922.
No, August anyway.
What y'all gonna have, like a listening party or a party or what y'all
man,
gonna
we
do?
gonna get down, dude. My girl gonna be there.
Oh, okay. It's gonna be music and everything.
Oh,
Okay.
they tell me you
gonna be
sing,
there?
man. They tell me you sing, man. Is that true?
Yeah, I sing and play the piano.
All right,
Mm-hmm.
we're gonna have you singing for us.
Man, I worked with Stevie Wonder when I was 21.
Oh man, quit it, man. You got to send me some proof on that one.
I got the cassette tapes. That was back in cassette tapes days.
Okay, well you got.
But he flew. I was in this group called Phoenix Rising. He handpicked everybody that was in the group.
Come on, man. Solo, what you think?
And the only reason the group didn't jump off, he was making Dr. Martin Luther King's birthday a national holiday at the same time. So we went by the wayside. We were a super group that never was.
Hey man, so I hear you're a singer, right?
Yep.
Okay, you want to hit a couple notes for us, man?
Okay.
Hold up. Let's do your debut, right? Hey, Mellow Mike, can you get on the mic for me, Mellow?
Hey, what's going on,
Hey,
DJ?
Mellow, can you do something for me, man? Can you do an intro to our man like he's at a concert and he's about to perform for us? Hey, do you have any instrumental of music that we could play behind his music, behind his voice? Can we do that?
Well, I'm right next to my piano.
Okay. What we gonna do, y'all? We about to put on a few minute concert with my man Marathon. What do you think, Mello?
Wait, let me get to the piano. Wait a minute.
All right, get to the piano. Okay, y'all. We about to, but we just do anything on this show, man. You never know. Hey, Mello.
Hey, what's up, man?
We never know what we get, Mello. We about
I see from day to day.
We about to
Y'all ready?
We about to do a live concert with a piano with my man Marathon in Detroit. Okay, I'm act like one of the announcers. Coming to the stage, the one and only, the unbelievable golden voice, and the fingers and the hands with gold, our man Marathon. It's on you, Marathon.
You wanted me to love you when you said something you return touch me. My love is in your hand, in your hand. Feel me. I want to do a fire day.
Oh, Marathon. Oh, man, you brought tears to my eyes of joy, man. Solo.
Yeah.
Help me out, Lo.
Hey, he put it down.
Come on, man. Only on the Demetrious Johnson show. You can get that, man. Oh, man, you my man,
You can see me
Marathon.
on y'all follow me on Facebook, Marathon Poplar.
All right. All right. Marathon, follow my man Marathon, dude. Do that, man. Marathon, thank you, man. I appreciate it.
All right now.
Oh, my
Bye-bye.
goodness. Hey, man, I just don't know. Okay. Hey, Mello, I don't know if we got any calls yet. But let me know if we get any calls, Mello. All right. 313-778-7600. We slow today, y'all. But we're going to get it picked up. I got to run something at you guys. So I'm going to try to put it on my Facebook page. So this past Friday, Saturday, I went to the boxing match in St. Louis. Okay? I want y'all to hear this. And in a boxing match in St. Louis, a guy, it was like in the second round or something like that. Now, I was not in the building. Let me make that clear. I was not in the building when it took place. I was driving up to the place. And when I drove up to the place, people was running out. Everybody started running. And I'm like, dang, what's going on? Fire or something? Whatever. So I call this lady, hey, what's going on? They tell me that it was a big fight in the facility. I say, a fight? You ain't talking about the boxing? I say, no. Okay, let me tell you what happened. These two guys boxing. The bell ring, ding, and the guy get hit in the back of the head. You know, not in the back of the head, but get hit a late punch. It wasn't too late. The bell just rang. So it really wasn't out of line, but it borderline because the bell rang and the guy swung and hit the guy. He didn't hurt the guy. So the guy was walking back. The guy who got hit was the guy who hit the guy. He was walking back. The guy got hit, walked up behind the dude, and stills him in the back of the head. Now these guys in boxing gloves. The damn folks in the whole, the family members of both of these dudes, they freaking run up into the ring, and you got bedlam going on up there, man. It was off the freaking charts. I mean, they fighting all over the place. we're going to post it on my Facebook page, folks, in a minute. Is it up on the Facebook page? Go to my Facebook page and Demetrious Johnson and look at it. It is off the freaking. I don't know. Can 910 get that to you on that? No, I guess it can. Can we put it on there? Yeah. I mean, I want y'all to go there and I want y'all to comment on that. I mean, it was a straight up hoodlum ass fight. So I pull up and one of the guys I'm going to see fight, his manager, walks up to the car. Hey man, come on in, man. Come on. I said, man, I ain't coming in there. Man, these clowns want to shoot at something. Just stupid. He said, no, man, they got those guys out. They got those guys out. I see the video. The video done gone viral, folks. It's a boxing match in St. Louis. You got to look at it. I want y'all to give me your opinion. It is off the chart. I mean, they fighting all over the place. And let me tell you what was really the most disturbing thing to me of the whole fight. It wasn't the fight itself. The folks who was at the fight was sitting there as in the seats, standing up, but they can't. They phones videoing it like it's okay. So this is my deal tonight, y'all. Have these phones made us insensitive to what's going on around us? We rather catch it on video than try to do something or try to prevent it. You feel me? So I'm saying, Solo,
yeah.
If it's a fight, if it's something like that going on, okay, do you need some video footage on some things? No question about it. Things like that for safety reasons and reasons to be able to tell a story. However, you don't need that just to do it and then nothing happening. Because everybody everybody want to be this breaking reporter. Everybody want the damn likes on Facebook. Everybody want to be this person who's able to say, hey, look what I got on my tape. I mean, viral to these people today is what it is. When I see all these old ridiculous ass videos going out and people doing stupid stuff, police pull a guy over asking for his license. He want to fight the police because he's asking for his license. If you know that you're in danger, if you know the police has a history, listen to what I'm saying. There are some police officers that have a history of doing inappropriate behavior and actions to people, particularly black folks. When you know that's going down, why in the hell would you motivate that to continue to do something? I don't understand that. Would somebody explain that to me? Rather than getting your ass up there, trying to get out of there, trying to stop the fight or something like that, they want to sit up there and be part of the thing because that's what it is. It's just a joke to me, man. The damn joke. And these old bullcrap cats want to be gangsters and want to mess it up for everybody. How in the hell, because your brother got hit in the back of the head, you jump your ass in the ring and start fighting. That's part of boxing.
Wow.
People get hit below the belt. They get hit in the groin, the balls. They get hit in the back of the head and the ear. Mike Tyson bit damn Holyfield's ear. You know what I'm saying? I am telling you, man, for them guys to get in that ring, to create that kind of havoc, to stop, and boxing matches, man, some boxing matches, it's just ghetto-ass ghetto. I mean, we put on a fight, we all ghetto-ass. And these cats want to think they real gangsters. Well, real gangsters ain't going to be no damn cowards in there fighting in the damn boxing ring. I mean, these young cats out here today, folks, they just look for something to do to hurt somebody. That's all it is, man. They whole mindset is to hurt somebody. Think about this, man. That's part of boxing, getting hit in the damn head, stuff like that. That's just part of it. How do you, Solo, you tell me, how do you get in the ring because your brother or your cousin got hit when the bell rang and got hit? Tell me that.
It's just crazy. So what are you saying, DJ? After the bell went off, one boxer hit one boxer late, correct?
Yes, barely hit him. It wasn't no punch.
Okay, so then they both walking back to their corners, and one of the boxer that got hit late turns around and goes after the other boxer.
Right, hit him
with his back.
Yeah,
turn
hits him.
Wow,
steals him in the back of the head. Now the boxer who turned around and the boxer who got hit late turned around and hit the guy in the back of the head, right? The guy who gets hit, the boxer who gets hit from the back, his family members jump in the damn ring and start fighting the boxer that hit the guy.
Wow.
That makes sense?
Wow.
Now, mayhem all over the place, man. Folks sitting in the damn audience, I'm looking at the video because I wasn't inside. That's transparent. I was not inside. I had pulled up to park and people running out of there. Because guess what they thinking? These cats about to shoot. That's all these young black men do, is want to shoot.
Yeah.
We have more black teenagers dying today than anything else, man. We have more. Hey, man, that's what we need to talk about tonight. These young black boys dying, and these Negroes these grown-ass people ain't doing nothing to try to stop it. I'm not saying everybody's not.
Nope.
But then you know what? And we talk about the church. The church was one time a sanctuary where you go for protection, to go to get uplifted. Now the church done turned their back. Guess why? Because if you don't bring some type of income in some of these churches, you can't even go there. So whose freaking fault is that?
Yeah.
And I'm sitting up there, these young cats got issues, man. They saw nothing wrong with getting in a damn boxing ring. Go on Demetrious Johnson Facebook, 910, and you can see the fight. Then they beat one of the guys in the corner who was on there, they got him kicking him and beating him up pretty bad, stumping him and stuff.
Wow.
First of all, it show you what they think about you black folks. They put it in South. Now, people, you're not familiar with South St. Louis. South St. Louis is pretty much a white area. Okay. But check this out. They got all them black folks in there, Negroes from the hood, ghetto-ass bunnies, women, and ghetto-ass boys. And guess what happened? They ain't got no security in there, about 2 police officers. 2.
Wow.
I don't even think they had guns on. I think they had pepper spray. You know what I'm saying? And it's probably a small can of pepper spray. They need their ass in trouble for that.
Yeah. So what was the outcome? Did the police come? Did people get locked up?
Nobody got locked up. I guess they made the people leave. And then I come, I'm in my car, they walking around outside, you scared. I'm like, damn, I got, we got to be ready to do what we got to do to take care of ourselves. You know what I'm saying? Because you don't know what these young cats going to do. I mean, it's ridiculous. It's sad. All right, man, let's go and get my man David. What's up, David? Talk to me.
Well, thank you for having me on this, DJ. And how you doing today? So I don't think I ever acknowledged you before.
I'm good.
All right. I've seen the video. Yeah, you was right. There was just pure ghetto. It's crazy that how all those people just rushed up on that on the boxing ring, like you said, over because of he got hit in the back of the head. It's just crazy. Like you said, that's what you get when you get a whole bunch of black people together. You're gonna have ghetto stuff like that happens, and that's a shame. But it shouldn't be that way.
But let me say this, Dave. I don't think we put a tag on all black people, because we had a whole lot of black people together at our fashion show, didn't we, Solo? And we didn't have no issue. Not one issue whatsoever. Not one issue.
Well, it depends on the environment, and it depends on who's there. You had probably a lot of famous people, a lot of names, politicians, older people that know how to act. But when you get a bunch of young black kids together, something like that is going to be bound to happen at some point in time, because, like I said, it's a shame, but it happens,
Hey, David, let me read something to you. Buddy of mine, hey, what's up, Monroe Abram? It's my man Monroe, right? He just put something on Facebook. He said, I agree. DJ saw a similar situation. 3 dudes egging each other. 2 of them started fighting outside the store for no reason. I was want to help break it up, but the other dude and the girl with them pulled out phones trying to film it. You know what I'm saying? So I backed off because I didn't want to get caught up with some issue with me being on video or not knowing what these cats going to pull. You see what I'm saying? See, things are going. It's another level now, David. They want to video this stuff and they want likes, man. This daggone stuff is going to likes on Facebook, man. People don't have a damn thing in their pocket. Don't have no good job. Don't have no life. But they will put on Facebook and make it seem as if they got something going on. Most people that show stuff on Facebook, folks, they're the opposite. Trust me. Because if you had it going on, you ain't got to put that stuff all over there all the time.
Yeah, I mean, that's just part of the generation now. Social media is part of the younger generation, the Gen Z. That's part of their generation. Social media consumes their life. That's all they can do. That's all they think about all day on Facebook, YouTube, and on Instagram and all those other ones, and Snapchat and all this stuff. All they care, they sit there all day scrolling up and down and posting things. That's part of their generation. So that's what they do. We didn't have that necessarily when I was growing up. It was something that was just coming about. I'm part of the millennial generation. That was something that was just new when we were growing up. But the part of the Gen X, that was already in place. So they grew up as babies, on Facebook and Instagram and stuff like that. So that's part of their life. And another thing, when you said why is black people, young black people killing young black people, it's because there's simply no love for one another anymore. There's no respect for one another anymore. And, it's a shame because, at one point in time, it wasn't like that. And we were in the same conditions that we are in now. And what I'm about to say is going to be highly controversial, but that's fine. I don't believe it has nothing to do with poverty or education. It's just a lack of love for one another.
Whoa.
That's simply what it is.
Oh, David, hold on. David. Damn, that's deep.
I just said it was going to be controversial.
Damn, that's deep, David. Hold on, man. Hey, Solo. He's saying there's no correlation of education or poverty of the behavior. David,
to me, I think.
Go ahead, Solo.
I think it all plays. I think it all plays hand in hand. I just think you don't have to love somebody to respect somebody and keep your hands to yourself. It's just a lack of respect for human life. Because I don't have to love David, but I don't have to kill David because we have a disagreement. You know what I mean? It's just a lack of respect for human life. No respect no more. Kids don't say yes, sir, no, sir, yes, ma'am. You know, it's just a lack of respect all the way around. I disagree with him on the poverty issue and the education issue. All that's hand in hand. You can't do one without the other. But at the same token, if you go back 30 years ago, guns wasn't in our neighborhoods like they are now. You know, so
they had drugs in our neighborhood.
It's a lack of respect for human life.
They had drugs in our neighborhood years ago, 30 years ago.
Yeah, they did. Yeah, they did. They did. But the way we are killing each other now, it's just unbelievable.
But let me say this, David. And let me piggyback before you get in there. Solo is 100% right. It's nowhere in the world cannot be lack of education and poverty. Darwin did a study. Darwin did a study, and they put a lot of these animals or rodents in one big pail or a room or whatever you call it, a box, and they were fighting to survive. So when you take out the education, I was a nice guy coming up in the projects of St. Louis. However, I had my mother there to teach me what was right and wrong and what not to do, what I should do. Okay? So you have to have teaching. You have to have the knowledge. You have to have the appreciation of it. That is not there no more in these homes. Because guess what? The grandmama is 30 years old. She got grandkids because of 11, 12-year-old girls having babies. That's a fact, man. See, we don't want to talk about that fact.
That's true.
But it ain't that. Yeah, you know what? You're right, and you are partially right. But you cannot overlook education, man. You cannot overlook economy, the economics. You cannot do that because that plays hand in hand, like Solo said. That plays hand in hand with this whole dynamic, man. Think about Detroit area.
I agree with you on that. I agree with you on that. It plays a part, but that's not the sole reason why. Because you have to when you look back into history, we never had nothing no way. So it ain't like we had something and it was stripped away from us. We never had
See, David, you're missing David. David, I love
your
cause.
So you can't
David,
say that.
David, you're missing it, David.
Yes,
yeah, we did have something, David. We had pride and we had work ethic and we had respect. That's what we had. My mama had that. Our daddies may have been out in the street doing that thing, but my mama had work ethic, had pride. You feel me? And respect. That plays a part, man.
And in communities where people was able to discipline other people's kids or tell on them if they saw them doing something that they wasn't supposed to be doing. These neighborhoods flip so fast now. You can have 5 people in the same house over a 3-year period. It wasn't like that 50 and 40 years ago. People grew up knowing each other for 2 or 3 generations. And all that's gone away.
And guess
so
what, David?
Guess
what?
That,
let me hop in there solo. Guess what took that away, David? Busing. Busing.
Yeah.
When they start taking them kids out of them inner cities and taking them out to the suburban areas, that did it. In all communities. that took away the pride and the dignity and everything that we had in our communities, David. That's why they don't give a damn. Hey, David, man, I love your calls, man.
Well, they the ones who, and I want to say one thing about that. See, they the ones who wanted that. See, they wanted their kids to go to a better school. So that's why they got bussed out to those other school districts, because they want their kids to go to a better school, because they didn't think the all-black school was good enough for their kids.
Well, they was taught the all-black schools weren't good enough for their kids, but the all-black schools was good for their ass to get an education. You know what I'm saying? It was good for them,
right,
but it wasn't good for their kids. But they start taking that away. You know, when they start taking corporal punishment out of the school system, we used to get our ass whooped in school. Now you can't even look at a kid. Then what they did, they made it where if you put your hands on a kid, the damn kid could call and redline you, hotline your ass. And they come to put you in jail for whooping your kid ass for doing what he shouldn't be doing, or she. It's ridiculous. They would come and get you for whooping your kid. All right, David, thanks for your call, man.
Nowadays,
make sure you call him all, Dave.
All right, you're welcome.
Thank you, man. I love David's call, boy.
I will.
All right, Chad. What's up, Chad?
Hey, how you doing, big fella? Yeah, I wanted to tell you that I think that it's, on some other levels too. I don't think you could take out the spiritual element out of it. I believe there's something spiritual going on.
Mm-hmm.
I don't believe, that some, I ain't trying to go no deep in about no religious discussion or like that. I do believe it's spiritual. Something's got to do with it too. And I'm wondering if, like they have, for instance, Prince Charles, this son, Prince Michael and Prince Harry. Now, I know in the UK now, we can argue all day whether their sons were, even close to battle or whatnot. But it's something that they require. Over here it's called the law of conscription. And it's almost like the draft per se, but it's like a requirement for you to do better and be better. And so I'm wondering if that's something, and, we all remember, I know you probably do too, about the days of that documentary that came out in 74 or 5 called Scared Straight. I think them days are over.
Right. Because
the young people, they have a different attitude now. I hate to say, like you say, we didn't have social media back then. And it's like this, this increase of the knowledge, it just really like tainted that, so to speak. I mean, it was good in a way for the information getting out, but it was bad too, because kids are so much smarter, or whatnot. You know what I mean? And that's in a good book too. Say, kids will be wiser but weaker.
Let me say this. That's a very interesting perspective to come from that spiritual and biblical perspective, right? So, but when you look at the spiritual and political, the spiritual and the biblical perspective, you do know that that Bible that was interpreted to white slave owners, to black folks, to make them feel like they were supposed to be slaves. They used that spiritual deal against us. Okay, we know that happened.
I understand that too.
Okay, but now when we talk about the spiritual deal, you're right, because guess what? You remember they took out prayer in school. You can't even pray in school.
Right.
That's true. So even if you are trying to live right and do the correct thing, they're saying, no, you can't have that. No, you infringing on other people. It's kind of like that on this race. There's this race teaching and taken out of school. Oh, no. We can't talk about that.
Right.
No, we can't talk about that's part. Oh, no. If you could talk about damn Abraham Lincoln, you got to talk about slavery.
Right.
Because Abraham Lincoln was forced to free the slaves. He didn't want to do it, and he said, if I didn't have to do it, I wouldn't do it. So what I'm saying to you,
that's true.
You're 100% right. They have changed the whole dynamic of how these kids look at stuff. Because they know, think about it.
That's true.
These kids go out and kill somebody, go to juvenile, know they'll be out. If they kill somebody and don't get a first-degree murder, they get a second-degree homicide or manslaughter, their ass going to be out at 18 on the street again. And they go in at 16. And juvenile to them is just like a picnic. In fact, the jail systems of some of these kids probably a lot better than their living conditions.
That's it. So I need to say, you're right.
But then,
here's my last comment.
But let me say this. But then when you treat the prisoners like prisoners who committed atrocities, then guess what? You're going to have everybody on your ass. You ain't getting them right. You ain't treating them right. You treating them bad. You should be feeding them. I mean, like the guy who was up there in the damn Capitol. He's on a damn vegetarian diet or whatever they get this clown. How you going to tell us what you going to eat? You done committed a damn crime, but you going to tell me what you ain't going to eat.
Right, ain't that something?
Come on, man.
You're right, brother. That's true.
All right, Chad, you got to be
so
going
do
tonight.
you think that the military... I hear you, brother. I just don't want you to start cussing too much because when you get angry, it's hard. We all want to, express that or whatnot, too. And, I get that way, too, every time.
Well, do me a favor, Chad.
But I just want to say, yes, brother.
Can you do me a favor? Pray for the big fella. Pray for the big fella. Keep me in your prayers. Keep me uplifted, man.
Most definitely, my brother.
Hey, thank you for your call, Chad. Look forward to talking to you again, my man. All right, coming back, we got my man Johnny. We got my man Pontiac Johnny. We got my man Brother Bay. We're going to keep this thing rolling. Holla at your boy, 313-778-7600. Your boy, DJ, the big fella, and Solo. Holla at us right back. Welcome back to Demetrious Johnson Show, the big fella flying high with his boy Solo. All right, let's go back to the phone line real quick. Let me talk to my man Johnny Pontiac Johnny. What up, Pontiac?
Good evening.
What's going on, buddy?
What's up? First of all, what did you hear about Abraham Lincoln that you were saying that he didn't want to free the slaves? Is that what you're saying?
Yes, I did say that.
Oh, where did you read that?
It's in the history books. Go and read it.
You have a source?
Yes, it's in the history books. Read it. Abraham Lincoln was forced to free the slaves, and he said it. He said, "If I didn't have to free the slaves, I wouldn't."
Yeah, I think he was. What I read is he was against it, but he said the Constitution. There was
okay.
Like the federal government.
So you saying what I said, Johnny? He was against it.
No, I just want to make sure we're on the same. Like, he didn't like slavery, but he said the federal government shouldn't be.
He said he didn't have no choice. He said he didn't have no choice. If I didn't have the freedom, I wouldn't. That's what he said.
Yeah, that's why I wanted to hear it. Where did that come from? I never read that. But.
Okay, we're going to do your homework on Johnny.
I'm going to try to read that. But, no, the other one about the violence or whatever with, kids today or whatever, I still go back to what, like David was saying. It's when we're growing up without God and our, two-parent households, this is the results we're going to get, and it's probably going to get worse. Because
but let me say something, Johnny. Who changed that rule about God? White folks did. We didn't.
What do you mean? What about God?
Okay. They took prayer out of schools. You can't even pray in schools no more, Johnny.
No, I know, but that I'm not talking about. I'm talking about as a family.
The Catholic Church has been corrupted ever since.
No, I know. I'm not talking about Catholic. I'm talking about Christian. There's a big difference.
That's what I'm saying. What do you think about Catholics? Do you think they're perverts? You think there's some Catholic perverts? Let me ask you that question.
What?
Do you think there's some Catholics that are perverts?
The priests, there's many priests that I know personally that were molesting children. Yes.
Oh, you knew them personally?
Yeah, I knew. Yeah, I know two, and I know a family member that was molested by one.
I'm sorry to hear that about that. But let me ask you this question.
That's all right. I'm trying.
Let me ask you this question.
Yeah, I know.
When you knew they was molesting people, did you do anything?
No. What happened is they didn't tell for the longest time because what the priests do, the devils that do this, they threaten to kill them if they tell anybody. So they held on to it until they were way later in their adulthood.
That is good, Johnny. You see how the hypocrisy of religion. You see what I'm saying? That's the hypocrisy of it.
No, I'm not. No. You can't. You can't look at what a man does and compare it to what God wrote in the Bible. Like when a man does something bad,
man wrote it in the Bible. God didn't write it in the Bible.
No, God. Well, for
God
Christian,
God didn't sit down and write with a pen.
Well, that's another. We can talk later about that.
Okay.
But the government can take God away from everything in society, but it doesn't change what my parents taught me, what I believe now. Like, you can't take it away from inside of me. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, there's a problem when the government's starting to do more, taking God out. But in the end, it's responsibility to raise our kids the right way, not the government. It has to start at home, and like David was saying, or you can be anything, but if you have God in your heart and 99.99% of your problems are gone with they're not going to grow up and want to kill somebody or anything like that. So
let me ask you this
question. I'm
question.
going to stick with that. You can argue.
I think that's a broad brush. I think that's a broad brush. Whether you're a Catholic, Methodist, or Baptist, or Christians, if you believe in the God faith, you are a Christian regardless of your religion when it comes to Methodist, Baptist, or Catholic. Y'all, you said earlier you was trying to distinct Catholics from Christians, and when they
No. I just talked about the priests there. The priests that were doing that, I don't look at if some quote unquote Christian Catholic priest or anybody does something bad, I don't look at it as that's a problem with with the Bible or anything. It's a problem with the man inside his heart.
Let me ask you this question: If
Okay.
you had a chance to meet the Pope, I'm gonna ask you this question. I want you to give me a true answer, Johnny. Pontiac Johnny. If you had a chance to meet the Pope, would you kiss his hand?
And I wouldn't even want to meet the Pope.
No, I ain't ask you that.
I wouldn't want to kiss. I wouldn't want to do anything to him. I don't even want to meet him. Why would I want to kiss his hand? Seriously.
Oh no, Johnny. Why would you want to kiss the Pope's hand? Everybody else do it.
I'm trying to get these priests in jail. I'm talking to the FBI about how we can get rid of the statute of limitations and put these perverts in jail.
So
That's what I've been trying.
if you meet the Pope, how would you treat him?
I wouldn't treat him. I wouldn't put him up on a pedestal. He's nothing to me. He's just another man.
So why do everybody kiss his damn hand?
Well, that's a man religion thing. You know, there's only one person you look up to, or something you look up to, and that's God. Man, there's nothing special about us. We're all
so God. So you have to agree, God is really a belief.
Yeah, it is a belief.
It's a spirit,
right? Because you've never seen God, right?
No.
So
but the Bible is the only thing I know about God, and that's all. That's what I believe in.
Why would you believe in the Bible?
Why?
Yeah.
Because the Bible is the only one that has like many prophets that declared Jesus coming, and then it has many eyewitnesses that he did come, all in one book.
Okay. Now my question.
Yep.
You said there's many prophets, and they identified Jesus, right? Did you say that?
Yeah. Read Isaiah 53. That's a good one.
Okay, they say but they say they identified Jesus. But man, man wrote that Bible.
Right, inspired by God. That's what Christians believe.
Okay,
that God.
Christians believe that.
Prophets.
So everything you believe is everything you believe in is own belief. You
right,
have no,
you have no
factual. You have no factual information or factual action that would truly make you say, "Okay, there is a God."
Well, I can believe the Bible and I can tell you about it. Yeah, I can't prove it with anything other than God's word.
So religion is belief.
No. Well, I look at religion as man-made. I look at it as the Bible is from God. Catholic, Protestant, they're fine people, a lot of them. I'm just saying those are man-made. The Bible is God-made. So there's a difference.
Well, because I guess people get a lot of stuff confused, when they say God and Jesus, so if anybody would have had a hand in the Bible, it would have been Jesus because he walked the earth. So with that being said, Jesus himself hasn't wrote one scripture, one paragraph in the Bible. So it goes back to what we just said, or what DJ just said. Man on this earth put the Bible together because Jesus hadn't wrote one paragraph or one scripture in that Bible. So it wasn't God, because God is a spirit. God never walked this earth. Jesus did, his son, but God never did. God is a spirit. So
but Jesus,
if you want to credit somebody for writing the Bible, it would be Jesus, and he never did. He never wrote one paragraph in the book.
The prophet said where Jesus was going to be born.
The prophets wrote everything that's in the Bible. Jesus didn't write go to one specific point in the Bible where it says Jesus said this. Jesus wrote this. Jesus didn't write the Bible. He didn't.
Well,
man wrote the Bible.
I didn't say he did, but the prophets wrote about Jesus, and when Jesus was here, he said the scriptures were about him.
Hey, so let me ask you this. Okay, but let me ask you this question. All right. You want to if and I want you to some of your church folks to call me and answer this question too. I'm here we go, Johnny. Okay.
All right.
God know all, is all, right? He be all, know all, is all, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, you remember at the Last Supper, he said somebody's going to, betray me. You remember?
Yep, and that was in the Old Testament too.
Okay,
Jesus said that. Jesus.
Right. So in the Old, right. So in the Old Testament, thanks, Solo. So in the Old Testament, it said, "I will be betrayed when the roosters crow or whatever." Right. All right. So now,
part of it was not the. I don't think the crows.
Whatever.
Were in the Old
Okay. Whatever. Who crowed?
All
right. Whatever.
Yeah.
All right. So listen. Now I'm not a biblical scholar like you are. I'm just remembering.
Well, I'm not either. I know.
I'm just remembering when I grew up and I was in church and I heard these things, right? So my question to you:
Okay.
If God know all and God is all, He knows the beginning and He knows the end, and that's what preachers say all the time, right?
Yep.
Okay. So if He knows the beginning and the end, so don't you think the prophets that was rolling with Him at the Last Supper, before they was even created, He knew they was going to do that to Him. So why would He create them to do it to Him, His Son?
Because God. Do you remember Abraham?
Go ahead.
In the Old Testament.
Mm-hmm.
Do you remember him?
Yep.
Well, do you remember when Abraham went to take Isaac up, and God told him to sacrifice his son for the sin?
Uh-huh.
And then God stopped him right before he was going to do it to test his faith. You remember that?
Okay, go ahead.
Well, after he stopped him and said, God said, no, you don't have to sacrifice him. God provided a lamb to sacrifice for sin, unblemished. Well, that's what Jesus was. Jesus was our lamb that was sacrificed, and it had to happen for him to die for us, because that's how the atonement for sin occurs, with sacrifice. So Jesus is the example for everybody, and he's the Lamb of God. That's what John the Baptist said. Behold, the Lamb of God. He knew the Scripture. That's why he said that.
Okay.
When he saw Jesus the first time when he wanted to get baptized, he knew that was what was going to happen. That Jesus was going to go to the cross to die, and that's why he came to this earth. So
okay, if that's the case, so how do we have a picture of Jesus or God or Christ when we don't even know how He look?
We don't need no picture. We got the words.
Okay.
There's no picture. We don't.
But
we don't need a picture.
Hey, you know what? A buddy of mine just texted me something, exploring the theory that modern image of Jesus was based on what? On a pope's son.
Yeah, what that is? That's all distraction of man. Man wants to, create idols.
Okay, so why did they make Jesus white?
That's what it is.
Why did they make Jesus white?
It doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. You can make a purple, orange.
Okay, but why white?
It doesn't matter.
But I'm asking why white?
Because that's because man wanted to make it like him. A white person. Oh, I want a white God.
Okay.
Black person. Oh, I want a black guy. It doesn't matter. That's a distraction.
Okay.
Jesus is.
So did you think they made the God? Did you think they made Jesus white so make black folks follow white folks?
No, I think they made.
I think
Jesus
it is.
white.
Think about it. Think about it.
They just made Jesus white because they were white and they wanted Jesus to be like them. But that doesn't matter.
So they saying that to white folks is saying that Jesus Christ is the be all in all through his father, right? So if that's the case, you got to worship me. I'm the one to worship. So why would I put subliminal message up there that if I'm a white man, I'm God. I'm close to God than you are. That's what it says.
That's what man made that. That's what I'm saying. Man made religion.
So if man made it, why do y'all try to? Okay, all right. So
not me.
I ain't saying you, Johnny, because you wasn't there, Johnny, back in the old days. So my question once again is this: if that's the case, Johnny, that's the case. Yeah. This whole movement of slavery, oppression of black folks, this was what you say, done hundreds of thousands of years ago. Because if you think about it, this thing, who orchestrated? Did God put the mindset of people to orchestrate this? White folks to say, okay, we're going to do this. God knew we were going to get in slavery. Now, there's some biblical scholars who tell you that black folks have been punished for not being obedient to God. Now, I've heard that.
Can I tell you one thing, But?
Go ahead, man. Talk to me.
The main thing, I mean, I know what you're saying in a way, but for a Christian, if the message isn't Jesus and Him dying for our sins, then it's man's belief. Like there's arguments all over the place you can have, but for a Christian to say Jesus died for our sins and rose, that's our hope. That's what our message is. And if anybody gives us a different message, then it's false.
So this lady Deborah, Deborah Griffin on my Facebook page said, this is a silly conversation. Yeah. What is the point? With Deborah, let me tell you what the point is, Deborah. The point is that a subliminal message has been set within the mindset of black folks, that white folks are more superior than them. Because guess what, Deborah? So I know you're probably an educated woman. In slavery, they used the Bible to enslave black folks.
Okay. Men might have done that.
Well, I'm just telling you what happened. It was man who did it. I mean, they enslaved us. And guess what? Think about it, Miss Deborah Griffin, since you want to know this. If you go to a black church, you know what offends me when I go to a black church? When a black person stand up and hold a hand up in their finger up in the air to get up. They used to have to raise their hand and ask the master, can they go and use the bathroom or something? Why in the hell you got to raise your hand to get up and walk through the damn church?
You don't have to as a Christian.
All right. Hey, Johnny,
can you do me a favor, but one thing?
Uh-huh.
Can you read Isaiah 53, all of you?
Okay, Isaiah 53. Hey, you call tomorrow. I'm going to read it tonight.
All right.
All right, Isaiah 53. Thanks, Johnny.
Nice talking to you guys.
All right, man. Johnny always come with something, man. Hey, Kurt, thank you, Kurt, for sending me that information. So, Deborah, that's our point. Everything was based on religion. This world is run on religion. If you didn't know that, Deborah. Go ahead, Lloyd.
Hey, DJ, I was watching a program. I know it's probably over 30 years ago, and I'm quite sure with technology being the way it is now, people can Google it and do a little research on it. But they had some churches over in Russia. On their church windows, you know, the stained glass.
Yes.
All of their pictures of Jesus was black, and that's in Russia.
Wow.
That was in Russia. So the history of man and white man on this earth has done everything he could to destroy the likeness of blackness.
So that's what we're talking about, Deborah.
So why would a country like Russia have Jesus as being black in their church?
Deborah, that's why we're talking about it. It's more to a point, so it ain't no silly conversation. It is a mindset of a situation when this was a teaching, a doctrine that was taught to do that to us. You know what I'm saying? That's the deal. Then when they talk about the Christians, and then they talk about the Catholics, hell, the Catholics are the biggest gangsters going. They used to laundry. So, Deborah, since you don't understand why we would talk about religion, because religion has been the focal point of wars and money and power for years, Deborah. So there ain't no silly-ass conversation. It's a conversation that make you understand why we are treated that way. And you know what? There are folks, that's why they got these big-ass mega churches will take your last money and rip your ass off. That's why. It's been controlling. Religion has been controlling. Yeah, we got to take a break. Go ahead, Lo.
Okay. You can't drink in a Baptist church.
But you can get drunk as hell in a Catholic church.
You can drink in a Catholic church.
Yeah, going to talk about what's silly.
Alcohol you want in a
it ain't silly.
Church.
We'll be right back. Come on, man. She done got me in a bad mood. The big fella, Solo, holla at your boys. 313-778-7600. Right back.
Are you looking for a great deal on advertising?
What we got, Mello?
Hold on 1 second. Let me get you updated. 9:10. All right, let's get it.
Welcome back to the Demetrious Champion Show. The big fella. Hanging out with my boy Solo. Hey, man, we coming to Detroit, man, next month. We'll be in the Motor City, y'all. So be looking out for my boy Solo, the coach, the mayor, Big T, Taylor. We all coming, man. We going to come and have a good time in my old stopping ground, the Motor City, Detroit. Look forward to it. In the meantime, we got some callers, man. They locked up. Let's go to work. Let's go to my man, Brother Bay. What's up, Brother Bay? Talk to me.
It's been a while. Good evening, interesting subject. I've heard a few things. So let me start with this Abraham Lincoln. I did a little reading on it. Yeah, you was right about what you said, but also before he even went to the White House, he was a killer of the natives, so-called Indians. He hung about at least close to 30 of them for whatever the reason was down there, so that's something they don't talk about, but the natives are talked about it. And so you got different type of religion. You got mainstream religion, and then you got what I would say not mainstream religion. All Christianity, people don't have a mainstream belief like some people. All Muslims are not mainstream, with some Muslims say, well, I don't believe what you believe or that. So that's another thing right there. And our young people are under chemical warfare and gun runners. And if you really want to see the face of a killer, as I was taught, look in the mirror. But every human being got that potential. They send you to the army and make you out of a killer. Long as I've been locked up in my life I'm 64. Long as I've been locked up in my life was 6 months when I was railroaded by the court system from getting into it with off-duty police officer and went to Jackson Penitentiary for 6 months and ended up north at camp. Wasn't behind the wall, didn't do no hard time. Met all type of gangsters, mostly, Detroit, Michigan area. And they were some of the nicest people that I ever met because they was not under the influence of what brought them there. They was their selves. So these young people just don't wake up in the morning and just, go out and start killing people. Most of them are under some type of chemical warfare. Now, if you were in the mafia or something, Sammy the Bull, he killed 19 people. He's on YouTube. He said to him it was like being a soldier. I mean, he's out 10 years, turned on his balls, Don Gotti. He's out on YouTube. But see, nobody talk about all these so-called mafia gangsters that's on YouTube making money because they testified against the boss. We too busy talking about the little brother down the street who's selling crack. Yeah, he might have killed somebody. I ain't saying that's right. But he's not on YouTube bragging about it and getting paid. He's trying to stay out of sight.
No, time out. Nah, Brother Bay. You're too sharp for that one now. These young cats.
No, I'm telling you.
Nah. Let me tell you my perspective, and I'm gonna come back to yours. I am telling you, too sharp for that. These young boys out here shooting, killing, and they are on YouTube and Facebook. That's how a lot of them getting caught. Because that's
not what I said.
No. You said they're not on there.
I said making money.
But
I said they're not on there making money of selling books. I know they video, and I got family members.
They're not on there. They're not on there making money. They're on there being a fool, bragging about killing somebody or shooting somebody.
We see that all the time.
So tell me
what I'm saying, though.
Well, tell me where you going, brother Bay.
What I'm trying to say is, they doing it to be like a celebrity.
Gotcha. There you go.
But
now,
I'm saying
now it makes sense.
I'm saying you got European killers. It might scare people to hear the word mafia and get scared. It's 40 million black people in America or more. The mafia is a small family. As Muhammad Ali said, you don't have to worry about them. So if that scares people, then I'm sorry. But they're on there bragging about all the money and the stuff they did. You ain't seeing too many brothers getting on YouTube, making money, selling books, and was informers for the government. That's what I'm saying.
I agree with that.
Now, most of these people that's so-called that's doing these killings these are some of our children. I had a relative, didn't know a lot about him. I knew more about my older relatives because we all hung out. Like I said, I got maybe 200 relatives. When my cousin passed, he had 98 grandchildren. So I don't even know them all. Now, he went to check on his son, 19. His son shot him and tried to shoot him again, and the gun jammed, and he ran out in the middle of the street, and he collapsed, and somebody called, the 911, and he sent his son, he testified, sent him to the penitentiary. Family didn't want to do it.
Hold on, time out, Brother Bay. His son shoots him, the father.
Right.
Why did he shoot the father?
I don't know. All I know, they said he went over there to check on his son about something. Like I said, I don't know.
So the son, think about this. Think about that hatred in that family. The son shoots the daddy. The daddy runs in the street, collapses. People get the daddy and get him help. Now the family turns on the daddy because the daddy pressed charges against the son.
No, I didn't. I didn't say they turned on him. I'm talking about these are my family members. They didn't want him to do that.
So in other words, they turned on him because they didn't want to think about that. That's the same principle.
Yeah, you can say that, but they was thinking about, he was under the influence of drugs. He on
I don't
this.
care what the devil he was under. Would you care what he's under? He shot my ass.
Well, his daddy said he had two choices. He said he could either get his son sent to the penitentiary, maybe he'll realize his fault, or he could kill his own son. So he didn't want to. He didn't want to go. He didn't want to go that way. So he went the other way.
Okay.
So like I'm saying, a lot of these young people, if you sit down and talk to them, like I said, I done been around out locked up with them. I see them all the day. Taking people, they killers and thrillers. Some of them think they got their time. The police let them out. You know how it go. People don't testify. They this and they do that. So, but most of them that do that, they don't usually live. Like Flint ain't like Detroit, where you got places to hide. Now, see, Flint ain't nowhere too many places to run in these small cities in Michigan.
All right.
So, like I'm saying, a lot of these young people are under chemical warfare, and they so wrapped up in this Illuminati type thing, trying to be like these celebrities. This is their religion. So they really don't see the religion like the grandmama and like we came up in church. They don't want no part of that because they see the preacher living good. Riding a big car and the people in the neighborhood going to church. They lights off. They catching the bus in the rain, the sleet, and the snow to get to church. Nobody give them a ride home. They see all this. So they don't want to be a part of this. So their religion is not mainstream. They got their own little places they go to.
Well, look, hey, Brother Bay, I got a lot of callers. Hit me up early tomorrow, man. I'm going to get you on early. I want to finish this conversation, and I want to talk to you about this one. So hit me tomorrow.
All right.
Thank you, boss. Appreciate it. Let's go to my girl, Grace. What's up, Grace?
All is well, Mr. PK. I very quickly, I was kind of confused about what was the topic. I've heard Pontiac Johnny, and then I heard this gentleman here. Can you give me a little bit of what is the topic?
Hey, Solo, I have no idea. Solo, can you give Grace the topic that we've been talking about? I have no idea.
The topic was about religion and the way they have distorted history with having white
photographs of Jesus and stuff like that.
Okay. Well, I'm going to chime in and comment on how our young people are being blamed the way they are. I'm going to say this. I advocate for them. I counsel them. I just don't have a problem when I talk to them. They have a tendency to open up to me, and I have a tendency to be connected with them in that particular sense of me coming to them genuine. And we're constantly blaming our young people as far as what they do. But they see the example that us elders are doing, like the grandmother. She's in the biking shorts, she's in the booty shorts, and she's 58, 62, and she's looking like a hoochie. Okay, do we really honestly? We talk about the grandmother, and but is it really difficult to call her ma'am? Okay, when she's out popping in the club and buying weed from the neighbor boy, or all of that. We're in a bad place with our human race. I think Mr. Solo said something earlier about they're not saying yes, ma'am, and yes, sir. How can you say yes, ma'am, and she's dropping it like it's hot and she's 62? Okay, really, the respect is not there. And how can we say yes, sir? How can we say yes, sir? And he's hitting the girlfriend in the mouth, and he got a girlfriend on the other side of town, and he's just foul, treating women badly. How can we say yes, sir, to him? So we have to, as elders, we have to set an example for these young people. They're watching. They're clearly watching, and he may be 32, but he still needs leadership. And the picture that we're painting for our young people is pretty bad. I walk and drive and conversate with individuals, and I look at them, and I'm passing judgment because that's not my lane, but I am opinionated. And I see they complain about our young people, and I'm looking at them, and you are not right. You're wearing this bra and your breast down to your waist. You're not wearing a bra, your breast down to your waist, but you're talking about the young girl.
That look nasty there.
Go ahead.
That sounds nasty.
Well, absolutely.
Hey,
and it is.
That sounds nasty. Ain't wearing a bra, the breast is down to her waist. That's nasty.
Wait till you come to Detroit next month and take a drive.
That's
okay?
nasty. That's real nasty. That make you lose weight. You don't want to eat that, though, so don't you see that.
Well, we're having guys at 280, 315 pounds. They're sagging. Why is he sagging? When you come here, you'll see the example that our elders are actually doing.
Let me say this, though, okay?
Go ahead.
I like what you're saying. I think, yeah, you're right. We have failed our kids. A lot of the kids in our community, we have failed them. And I'm talking we, the older generation, we have failed them.
I always say we, yes.
And I'm going to say this, too. But, yeah, that parent is not in that home anymore. My kids know. Correct. My kids know how I roll. They know They know I have a hell of an expectation for them. I have a expectation of success. You know what I'm saying? I don't settle for bull crap from them. I'm very hard on them because the worst thing a black man. I'm talking from a black man perspective. I ain't talking about nobody else's perspective. White, Jews, Hispanics, anybody, Mexicans. I'm talking about from the black man perspective. The worst thing a black man can do is die and not have his kids prepared to move on.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, that's the worst thing we can do. Because if we don't teach them anything, we don't groom them to be successful, be independent, to be hardworking, to be honest, to be with integrity, we have failed them. We're not teaching that. I mean, they're out here chasing booty all day. They ain't working, I mean, my son and my daughters, when they see me, they see a man that work and proud. They see a man that grinds. Solo kids seen a man that grind. You know what I'm saying? We want to set that example.
I agree.
Because if you don't see it, you don't have no reference points on what it needs to be like if you never saw it.
And don't get me wrong, there is men like that, and there is women that are setting examples also too. But we don't see enough of it because we're too relaxed. It's just too relaxed. We need standards. We need morals back in line.
Okay.
And I've always said this for the last past maybe 15 years. a woman can make a man, and she can also break a man.
No doubt
The
about
woman is truly the key.
You're right.
The woman is truly the key.
You're right.
And
you put the wrong one in your life, it destroy
men,
your life. Well, you put the wrong man in your life, it
Absolutely.
can destroy your life too. But a woman, think about it. If we want to go back to the biblical days, who got everything in turmoil anyway? The woman.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
I mean, if you think about it, because they say Adam and Eve was kicking it naked, but they didn't know they was naked. Right?
Yeah.
That's what it says in the Bible. I mean, I got some biblical scholars can call and tell me that. They say they was kicking it. And guess what? Eve went over there with her seductive stuff and say, "Big fella, come and get Big Mama. Come and get Big Mama." So she said, "How can I?" He's thinking, like, what is she talking about, Big Mama? Then you know what she did? She went and got the apple, right? She hands him the apple, and he started eating that apple, and then he see the nakedness. He see that fat butt and say, "Oh my goodness, oh." Let's bag the thing up. Hey, Big Mike, do you have that bag that thing up for me, Big Mike? Hey, Mellow Mike. Hey, Mellow Mike.
Man, you want me to dig that up?
Yeah, dig that up for me, Mellow Mike. And I'm talking. I want to tell y'all with Mellow Mike's gonna pull up, bag that thing up. I'm gonna give y'all a vision of how it was back in the day with Adam and Eve, right?
Well, even that one,
got us all out of control.
The milkshake in the yard.
Huh?
And that one song, and even come a little bit more current, that milkshake in the yard. You know, whatever that one singer, you know, the milkshake in the yard, bring all the boys come in the yard or something.
I don't know. That must be a Detroit song. I don't know that song you're talking about.
No, it's pretty cross. A milkshake in the yard. I can't remember her name, but she's kind of a one-hit wonder. But the woman is the key.
Give me that juvenile song, man. Bag that thing up. Okay, here you go. Now I'm Adam and Eve. I'm playing role. I'm role playing. Eve see Adam. She said, "Hey Adam, big dog, big fella, come on over here. I want to holler at you." Now I know they told us not to go and get that apple, but guess what? I want to get down. I think you need that apple because I want you to see something. Okay? So she was walking away. So did Adam get the apple? Then he go and he looking at the apple, right? He cleaned the apple off Solo, right? So he got the music banging. Okay, he's cleaning the apple off, and he studied looking at Eve like, what is she talking about? I'm going to see something if I bite this apple. And then guess what? He bit that apple, and then Eve was walking, and he said, "Do what? Bag that thing up." That's what Adam told Eve. Bag that thing up. And the world changed ever since. I'm telling you. All right, thank you, Mello. Appreciate it. Thank you, Mello. I just gave you my
all of our kids are not under the influence of stuff. All of them are not under the influence of something, but I'm going to tell you, mental illness is real, and family inbreeding is real too. Because if the uncle is the niece's
all right, PG
baby daddy,
okay,
you know, that's the problem. That is clearly a problem.
Hey, Grace, we got to go, babe. I got to go. Can you call me tomorrow?
I thank you.
Call me on
I
the
thank
day.
you. Yes.
Thank you, Grace.
Have a blessed one, guys.
I love some Grace, man. That's my girl, man. I look forward to coming to the Motor City and seeing Grace. Grace told us she was fine. We're going to see how fine she is when we go to Motor City, Lo. Grace told us she's fine.
We'll see.
Yeah, we're going to see now. Grace, you better be fine now. You know I'm going to come on in and talk about you if you ain't fine.
Hey, Grace got to realize we from the Show Me State.
There you go. He better be fine, Grace. Let me go to my man, Carl. What up, Carl?
Yeah, good evening. Thank you for taking my call. Yeah, you know, religion, I grew up in a Holiness Apostolic Church, and usually when you say something against God, it's blasphemous. But once I got older, I learned about, I learned about religion. And, you know, that's why a lot of people don't believe in it, at all the horrors in the world that mankind has done. You just take America, slavery, 400 years of slavery, before Abraham Lincoln and after him, 100 years of segregation, another form of slavery, okay, in America. God bless America, and God trust all of that. But see, the thing is about it, when you look at, take the Pope, for example, when they loaded up the slave ships, there was priests blessing the slave ships as they was coming, going to the New World, as they said. You had the Pope during World War II, Pope Pius, whatever his name was. He didn't say nothing against the Jews' slaughter because Hitler would have put him in check. Religion is up to, I don't knock nobody who believe whatever you want, but, it's a money game in that also, okay? I hope the human race needs to do better. The powerful, you take when Barack, when he was running for president, and he was running against McCain. Now, you take Donald Trump. Now, the evangelical white Christians voted for him overwhelmingly. He's a man had all kind of flaws in his life. And their excuse was, my thing is not to judge him by his personal life. Only thing they was really concerned about was abortion. Never mind all that other stuff. Now, they knew Barack was a Christian from Reverend Wright, him being a pastor. This man didn't have all the flaws with Donald Trump. But they went along with that. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
So when you look at, that's why a lot of young people, especially in my family, don't take too kindly to religion. Their thing is to do good by people. You believe what you want. But our young brothers and sisters that's out here killing each other like that, that's because they have no idea about the history of this country or the history of the motherland. They have no idea. And when a black man shoot another black man over the simplest things or whatever, it's mostly about respect. That person didn't hear that N-word didn't respect me. That's the first thing come out of his mouth. And then he shoots and kills another black person. For what reason? Do they know they're going to slavery? Prison, it shouldn't be prison up there. It should be slavery through the 14th Amendment. It should be slavery. That's where you're going. When the police get a hold of you and do their time, all them brothers locked up there. You got 1 million black men in this country locked up in prisons all across this country. They're enslaved. See, we need to run that home to our young brothers and sisters so you won't get out here getting caught with felonies because the law is not for you. This is not for you. Once you know the history of the United States, that's why we tell our young brothers and sisters in our family about that every time we go around them. Because the media and entertainment rules their mind. You know that. They rule their mind. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Black folks, out of all what we've been through in this country, there's no way in the world I can raise my hand. Now, I'm not no fool or punk, but I'm not going to shoot another person, not even another human being, from the simplest of the ignorance of the ignorant, man.
Hey, Carl, you know what, man?
These young brothers, Chicago. Why in the hell we got 40, 50 killings, shootings? We talking about here in the city of Detroit, you have over almost 2,000 shootings and over 300 murders.
Wow.
Every year, been going on for decades.
And guess what?
That's crazy,
but
man.
You know the problem, and I'm going to say this, Carl. Thanks for you. Hey, Carl, I'm going to give you the call of the night, man. Give Carl a call tonight for us.
Thank you.
That was an astute conversation, man. And let me say something, man. When we are taught and learn and manipulated to hate ourselves and hate one another, that goes down like that. I was talking about, go on my Facebook page, go on Demetrious Johnson Facebook page. I was at a boxing match this weekend, and guess what? A damn brawl breaks out in a damn boxing ring. Folks clambering in a ring fighting. And guess what? Nobody moved. What was so intriguing, I was not in the boxing ring, the boxing match when that fight broke out. I came later. But what I saw when I see the video, that was a norm. People putting out their phones, taking pictures of it and videoing it. That was a norm. They want the likes. Humanity has nothing to do with nothing anymore. And feelings about people, nothing anymore, Carl. It's about just, I want to get a video so I can go, what they call, what do they call it, Lo? When they go global, what do they call that stuff when they get 25,000 people, what?
They go viral. They go viral.
Come on,
they go viral.
It's viral. It's viral and likes. That's what motivate people. Virals and likes. Who in the hell live their life on viral and likes? But somebody who ain't got a damn thing else to do. Hey, Carl, thanks for your call, man. Call me tomorrow, Carl. That's my man. I like old Carl. Let's go to girl Redbone. What up, Redbone?
What's up, DJ?
What's up, Redbone?
Solo? Y'all good?
We all good, babe.
Yeah, you good, Redbone?
We're going over here with our friend trying to hook up dryers and stuff, doing some gas work. You know I'm handy, right?
We didn't know you was handy.
But, Red don't know how to do it all. I used to do demolition on houses back in the day. Right now, my friend over here, he's showing me how to hook up some a gas dryer.
Where's
I'm
your
going to be
friend at?
bad in a
Your friend
minute,
by you?
DJ.
Where's he at?
He's right here. Come here. Come say hi. You on the radio.
What's up, man? Tell him don't say
Come
no
on.
curse words.
Say hi. You on the radio.
Tell me you can't
Say
say
hi.
no curse words.
What's going on, big boy? All right?
Hey, what's up, man?
What's going on, big boy? You all right?
I'm good, big dog. How you feeling, man?
Man, I'm blessed. Blessed,
All
man.
right, good, man. Redbone is that girl, man. Look out for my girl Redbone for us, man.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I got her, man. That's what I do. I do furnaces, hot water tanks, dryers, drywall, electrical, plumbing. I do it all,
All right,
man.
do you have a company, man?
Good price.
Do you have a company?
Jones Improvements, LLC.
Okay, Jones
Improvements,
Hey, man, look
LLC.
here. How can they reach you, man?
313
Okay.
515-0055. I'll beat all price.
313.
I'll beat all price.
Give me the price again. I mean, what's the number?
313 515-0055.
See, hey, big fella, now you're going to get some calls. Make sure when they call you, say, hey, man, they're going to tell you they heard you on the big fella, Demetrious Johnson show. Say, okay, you got to give them a discount now, man.
Okay. I'm going to give them a discount, and then I tell you what, then you going to call me when you need some work, and I'm going to give you an extra discount because
He going to come to St. Louis. He going to come
All
to
right,
St.
come on
Louis.
in St. Louis, man. I got you taken care of. I got you taken care of. Come on in St. Louis, Playboy. We got you. Hey, Redbone, holler at me tomorrow, man. We about to run out of time.
No, hold on.
Just
Hold on.
call me
I
tomorrow
want
so I
to
can get you more
talking about.
conversation. I ain't got nothing but a couple
We
minutes,
were
babe.
talking about Jesus.
Oh, we're talking about Jesus tomorrow, all right? We'll talk about the holy hands tomorrow. We got to go. Okay, I'll see you tomorrow. See you, Redbone. All right, let's go to my girl. We got Jackie. What's up, Jackie?
Good evening, Grand Rising, everyone. DJ, I wanted to talk about the religion. I was raised strict Catholic, and I really thought that religion was, only thing they did teach me was morals and little values and ethics. But you was always taught to feel guilty about everything you did. I kind of knew that it was changing when, like you said, I was steady hearing about the pedophiles and everything. But luckily in my life, I had really great priests that were actually like a father if your father wasn't there. There were baseball coaches. There was softball coaches. I'm not trying to support the Catholic religion because I'm very disappointed in everything that happened. But I will say this about religion, period. It's just a matter of what you believe. You don't have to go to church. You don't have to let some man speak to you for God. You can speak to God yourself. You all blame the woman for everything. You just blame Eve for what Adam did. He had his own choice. When the men going to be accountable.
Hold on, Jackie.
Yeah, I ease that on in.
Hold on, Jackie. Hold on, is this Jackie? Hold on.
You back that thing up and all this for the woman.
Hey, Jackie. Hey, hold on.
Yes, sir.
Hey, Jackie.
Yes, sir.
Is this Jackie?
I was going to ease that on in. Yes, sir.
This is Jackie,
yes, sir.
This is Jackie
yes,
Mack.
Sir.
Hey,
this is Jackie Mack in St. Louis.
Let me
Yeah.
say something, Jackie Mack. It is an honor talking to you. I am truly honored talking to you. Jackie, hey, give Jackie our newcomer call of the night, man. Mello. Thank you. Jackie Mack. She always say Grand Rising too.
Right.
Hey, Jackie Mack, this is an honor talking to you. But let me say this to you. I'm gonna read some of a buddy just text me, right? Okay. My man Deuce, now he's kind of a lunatic, but this is what he says. The black women are so deep in Jesus, they get a pass. But what is it doing for black man? Then he put in parentheses, dead last. What's he saying about that, Jackie?
Well, I feel like if the man step up, we got your back. I mean, we still got y'all back when we still having our back. the black man has failed us. I mean, whenever the black man is ready to come out and do what he needs to do, it's more women that be out there protesting and fighting for you all and will put their lives on the line. So we need the men to step up. We need the men to stop, being so condescending. Once people get in positions, they forget where they're coming from. We need you to come on back to the hood and share your gifts and your talents, and because not only do we need you, our kids need you. We need families again, and we can start with the black man being a man.
Okay.
And then we'll be the woman. We got to learn our role, because some of us think we are men.
Hey,
and
Jackie,
we're not.
Would you agree that the movement of the woman now is totally different now? They feel that they are the ones in control of everything. They are making, and the white man has created that environment because they make the black man feel obsolete. Think about this. It ain't nowhere in the world Barack Obama would have become the president of the United States if he had a white wife. Nowhere in the world.
Right.
But your girl Kamala can become the vice president with a white husband. That's acceptable. It ain't nowhere in the world that have been acceptable in any other environment.
But see, Kamala, she's going to need us just like they all need us in the end. Bill Cosby, he needed us and we wasn't there. They all turned their backs when they get into power, and we understand the game. They wanted to wear a title. But that's what I say. If you believe that you are on this planet, God brought everybody on this planet so they can have a position and titles and stuff. You're losing your mind. God had a reason for everybody to be here. DJ, you are blessed because you, the coach, Solo, all you people that are on your team, you all are doing what God has called you to do. You all give back. You all don't think that you're above everybody. And that's what kids need. We can speak all day long about the guns and all this, but when kids start seeing men out here and men start taking their role, telling them, hey, man, I ain't going to let you do that wrong. I mean, a man just speaking up and letting them know I'm a man. Kids don't hear that now. Kids can do whatever they want, and everybody turn their back, or like you said, take out their camera and start videoing.
So again,
thank you for the time, DJ.
Hey, Jackie, do me a favor. Before I let you go, two things. Okay. I'm going to say this to you first. Thank you. It's an honor talking to you tonight. I really mean that. I've always seen you on my Facebook and posting, but for the first time having a conversation with you, you are a very delightful young lady to have a conversation with. Thank you so much. I mean that. And then I'm going to ask you this question. So you don't see a Mello. So can we play that Genuine real quick before we go to my other song? I'm going to ask you a question. I got to ask you.
What's
bag that thing up. Can we do that? Bag that thing up for me.
That's just Juvenile.
Juvenile. That's what I mean. Can you do Juvenile for me?
The grandma that's backing the thing up.
Let me ask you a question. Are you playing for Mello? Did you get it yet?
I'm pulling it up now. Hold on.
I'm pulling it up before we get ready to get out. We got about 2 minutes. We got to go. All right, check this out. So you telling me, Mello, you got it yet? So are you telling me? Okay. Are you telling me that Adam didn't tell Eve? You working with that bad? Bag that thing up. Hold on. Hey, Solo. Hey, Solo. You gonna tell me Adam didn't tell him to bag that thing up, Solo?
Adam was already looking at everybody backing it up. He just, like I said, you men have to be accountable for what y'all actions are.
I agree. Hey, Jackie,
Adam was he probably already got caught with somebody else too. So,
oh man, that's terrible.
We can't believe this story. We just gotta
Jackie
let the
Mac,
man be the man, let the woman be the woman.
Jackie Mac, do me a favor.
Yes, sir.
Please don't make this your last call. I mean, it's a great finally meeting you over the phone. And I look forward to talking to you again. Thank you, Jackie Mac. Thank you, Jack.
Thank you, sir.
Appreciate it, man. All right, Lo. Let's get up out of here, Lo.
Hey, man, we had a great show, and look forward to tomorrow night.
I want to thank everybody for listening to my girl, Jackie Mac, the first-time caller. She's been following us on Facebook for years, man. And this girl called tonight, made my day. And my man, Carl, you were the caller tonight, man. You had a very astute conversation about what you thought was going on. Thank you for those information and the words you guys spread. I am so thankful and blessed to be able to be on the airways. I don't take it for granted. My girl, Queen Perry, we love you. I look forward to hearing your voice. Mellow Mike, it ain't possible to do this show without you, man. You are truly a true warrior for me. Thanks, everybody, for listening to it. And my man, Ryan, and for my man, Solo, we're about to get up on out here with Taylor taking me in tomorrow, so check it out. For the big fella, the Solo, Ryan, the coach, and all my folks in Detroit. Thanks for listening. I'm truly honored and blessed. Mellow Mike, thank you. Queen Perry, love you. See you tomorrow. We out. Thank you, Mello.
Not a problem, sir.
Have a good night, Mello.
All right, bro. We'll do it again tomorrow.
Okay, my man. Thank you.
All right.
Good night, everyone. See you tomorrow. Thank you for watching. We're gone.